Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, Ethiopian Prime Minister today on Friday made a big claim. The claim has made me speechless. I don't know what to say. These people just tell white lies. In front of international community, they can say anything and no one questions them. This is what Ethiopian PM is doing. Secondly, another kidnapping for ransom in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Lastly, Donald Trump is threatening BRICS members that if BRICS members try to discard a dollar and replace it with other currency, US could take action. Ethiopia is one of the new members of the BRICS, by the way. Let's start with firstly, Ethiopian PM addressed Prosperity Party's Congress on Friday. PP is holding a Congress. New executive central committees are going to be elected. By the way, this is party's internal meeting, but it has turned into an international gathering. Prosperity Party has invited delegations from Turkey, South Sudan, Rwanda, and several other countries. Delegations from these countries are participating in Prosperity Party's internal party congress. Uh, as if party is very democratic, as if it's very transparent. Everyone knows that the party is under the thumb of the Prime Minister. Whatever he says is repeated by party leaders. No one can challenge him. Can anyone really stand up to the Prime Minister and contest a party election against him? And will he allow anyone to contest a party election against him? This party show, this PP show is meant for international consumption. Abiy wants to show that he's very democratic. His party very democratic, very transparent. And he delivered a speech addressing the party congress, which has made everyone speechless. He claimed that not a single individual has been tortured in the last 6 years. He said, we are proud of it, that in the last 6 years, no one was tortured. And he said that the new generation wants peace. Some elements of older generation are conflict entrepreneurs, but people are fed up with them. Now, question, viewers, is just 2 days ago, Amnesty International released a report saying that still mass detentions, mass imprisonments are happening in Ethiopia. And a few days ago, we saw another report by Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia, which shared some numbers that hundreds of people have been killed in the ongoing violence in Ethiopia. And some have been killed. The report accused all the players, government, Fano, Ola. So human rights organizations said that government agencies, government forces are committing violations of human rights. They are killing people extrajudicially. And Abiy Abiy is saying that not a single one has been tortured in the last 6 years. Why did he say that? Because he was addressing delegations of 14 countries, reportedly, who participated in the Prosperity Party meeting. He wanted to show to them that he is a very democratic leader, uh, and everyone is allowed to work freely. Politicians uh, in Ethiopia. Truth is that just Prosperity Party is allowed to carry out activities in Ethiopia. No other party is allowed to carry out any political activity in Ethiopia. And no one questioned him. He is telling lies, white lies, and no one is questioning him. In Oromia region, extrajudicial killings happening. In Amhara region, people being killed in broad daylight. In Tigray, we saw what happened. ENDF also committed atrocities against Tigrayans. And the man says not a single individual has been tortured in the last 6 years. He tells lies, and uh, I don't know why he thinks that his lies will sell. Maybe no one questions him. International community, international media, international journalists, they don't question him a lot. And he avoids confronting them, I think. How many times did you see Abiy confronting international media? He avoids because he knows that if he confronts international media, he'll have to answer some very tough questions. He only responds to questions of members of parliament. That's what he does. After every few months, he appears in the parliament, and MPs ask questions. Questions are served to him 2-3 days before the assembly session, and he prepares and he responds to questions, and he speaks for 2 or 3 hours. This is what he says. He's making a mockery of democracy and democratic values in Ethiopia, I believe. Second, viewers, North Shore zone of the Oromia region, and the kidnapping, which could be kidnapping for ransom, it seems, in North Shore zone of the Oromia region. We've seen several incidents of kidnapping for ransom. People, generally people who enter Oromia from Amhara are kidnapped, and the ransom is demanded. Several incidents happen so far, and not a single incident has led to the arrest of culprits so far. So many incidents have happened. The Bark University student was kidnapped a few weeks ago, and several other incidents also happened. Now, a week ago in North Shore Zone, around 50 people were kidnapped. Their whereabouts unknown. No one knows where they are. People say that maybe it's another case of kidnapping for ransom. Security forces, they don't uh, try to stop these kidnapping for ransom cases, incidents in Oromia. They're either helpless or they're not interested. People have to negotiate with kidnappers, they have to pay ransom. This practice ongoing for years now, I believe, and no solution found so far. And that is leading to uh, uh, tension between Amhara and Oromo groups. Amhara people, they are the ones who are targeted. They're kidnapped because government of Oromia wants to stop them from entering Oromia to move towards Addis Ababa. Lastly, was Trump is warning BRICS members. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa formed the organization. It has now several other members too. Ethiopia is also a member. BRICS has been working to introduce currencies other than dollar for trade between BRICS member countries. Donald Trump, US president, has threatened BRICS members. He said those members of BRICS who will discard a dollar as trading currency, US market will be closed on them. US will impose tariff on the imports from these countries. Uh, Trump is making big decisions. He is deporting people. He's threatening BRICS members. Either he will uh, alienate rest of the world against the US, and the rest of the world will unite against the US, or he will pressurize international community, and people and countries will have to make compromises to be close to the US. Now, BRICS is going to be tested. Can it introduce currencies other than dollar for bilateral trade for between its members? Let's see. Trump's main agenda is the protection of US economic interests. He isn't interested in what is happening in Africa in terms of wars in Ukraine, but he wants to ensure that the US turns into leading economic player, and the US position is not disturbed. China, Russia, some other countries trying to challenge the US economic uh, dominance, which he is going to counter. That is why he's stopping foreign aid. He's stopping aid for wars. He wants to save money, and he wants to donate money to those countries only which just protect US economic interests. Now, BRICS is going to be tested. This platform has delivered nothing so far. They have been making big announcements, but they could not deliver anything. Now, when Trump is threatening them, will BRICS members join hands and send a strong message to Trump? Let's see. Thanks for watching.